We're gonna keep on plowing ahead. Welcome to my recap of episode 3 of The Sex Factor, and this episode is called Back to Basics. While in between episodes, 2 people left of their own accord. They decided they were not cut out for the porn industry, so they left. Barry and Sydney. They left of their own accord, and we barely got to know them. Ta-ta. Not only did 2 leave of their own accord, there will be an elimination today, and 2 more will be going home. Dun dun dun. Everybody's paired up, and each judge is in charge of one couple, and they're going to be doing a scene together, and they're going to be directed by the judges. We have Remy, the judge, and her couple is Hero and Allie. And T is gonna bathe. So Allie and Hero are outside at the pool, and they're having their scene, their intimate scene, and Remy is giving them suggestions. Unfortunately, Hero could not finish because it was too hot. So unfortunately, he couldn't get there, and they had to end the scene. Judges Kieran and Asa have Sunny and Blair for their couple. Okay, so before they filmed the scene, Sunny and Blair were sort of talking about their scene and what they were gonna do, and apparently Sunny was talking it up, being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna choke you, I'm gonna blah, 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 I'm gonna be so rough." And apparently when he got on set, he talked too much, he couldn't perform. He couldn't live up to the hype. I forget which one of the judges, or even if it was Blair, somebody said he went down quicker than the Titanic. I mean, to be fair, the Titanic took like hours to go down, so... Sunny ended up really angry and embarrassed that he couldn't perform properly with Blair. Judge Lexi had the pair of the Colonel and Kaya, and they were on a billiards table, and Kayla was a champion, and the Colonel did what he needed to do, and he finished. And so kudos to the Colonel for that, because not many of the guys can. Kayla did say that it was a little too quick, but at least he was one of the ones that could actually do his job. Judges Lexi and Remy have Buddy and Kaylin, and they're in like a bedroom, and Kaylin is very like I said, deer in the headlights, and she's like, and just like so uncomfortable, and Buddy sensed that she was shaking, like physically like uncomfortable, so then he couldn't get it up, and so then she was upset that he couldn't get it up, and then that made it just spiral out of control and bad. So it did not go well for them, and neither one of them were really able to do much, and they called it. Donnie and Adrian are with Tori, the judge, and they're on a couch, and it is so quiet and awkward, and it's just like, should I lock up when I'm done? What's happening? It was like, what do you want me to do? What do you want? I don't know. So it was just so awkward and quiet. You could hear like crickets, and it was just so uncomfortable. It was a train wreck. And for our last scene, we have Judge Kieran, and he's with Johnny and Danny. Danny was very into it, and apparently too much so, because Johnny was complaining that she was giving too much tongue and shoving her tongue down his throat, and he apparently tried to tell her to back off a little bit, but she didn't, and so then it was like choking him, and then he was in his head, and then he couldn't perform, and so that scene didn't go too well. However, Kieran the judge kept trying to talk Johnny up and like try and help him and like give him tips and everything, because he really sees something in Johnny, and he knows he can do it. He's just having a hard time with Danny as his partner. We are now at the elimination, and 2 people are going to be sent home. They call out the 3 bottom couples, and those are Donnie and Adrian, who were way too quiet and way too stiff and just awkward. They're not actually couples who get pulled, because Sunny gets pulled, but not Blair. Sunny gets pulled because of his ego and how much he was talking, and then he couldn't actually perform. on camera for her, so he's in the bottom. Danny is also in the bottom without Johnny. Johnny's safe, but Danny is in the bottom because she gave him too much tongue and wasn't respecting her partner's boundaries. Johnny is in the bottom. I can't read my notes. Johnny is in the bottom because he couldn't perform, but he's likable, and so they keep him in. Kaylin is the last person in the bottom, and she's the one who's like the deer in the headlights. However, she gets saved because I guess they like her look or something. The two to go, the two eliminated, are Sunny, the one with the ego, and Danny, the one who did not respect Johnny's boundaries and kept shoving her tongue down his throat. Sunny is very respectful and leaves on a good note. Danny, however, has a bit of a meltdown and says it was all her. He didn't do anything. It was all me. It was all me. He couldn't even get hard. I did all the work. It was all me. And it's like, girl, he couldn't get hard because you were disrespecting his boundaries. So Blair tries to calm Danny down, but Danny's really mad and upset, and it just kind of ends on this weird elimination note with Danny just crying in the bathroom and Sunny being like, thank you guys, I appreciate the opportunity to work with you. Good, thank you. So, more to come. Ha! More to come. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please come back for my recap of episode 4. There is more shenanigans to come. Thank you for watching. See you next time.